MHS1. We take a look at last week's homecoming events.
We show you what goes into pep rallies.
And McKinney High School remembers a beloved icon.
And it's all coming up on MHS1. Good morning, McKinney High School. I'm John Repp.
And I'm Sarah Wilson.
And you're watching MHS1. Last week, we had our annual homecoming events. Here's Elliot Parkman with more. Thanks, Elliot. Visit www.mainstreamnews.com for more homecoming highlights.
Mr. Tommy Roten was a beloved substitute at McKinney High. Andrew Wilson and Sharon Song give us a look at the impact he made on our school.
Mr. Tommy Roten, a favorite substitute teacher among students, earned himself a nickname during his stay at MHS, the Candyman.
After about the first year of subbing, he got in the habit of passing out peppermints. The kids would see him coming down the hall and do that. He didn't want them to hand them to him, wanted them to throw them so they could catch them.
Last year, Mr. Roten found out he had cancer. As students returned to school, they wrote him a get well card.
It was mainly get well soon, come back. And he was still conscious when it was delivered on Friday night, so he did get to see that. And he knew that the kids had done that.
Unfortunately, Mr. Roten passed away that Saturday evening. A memorial service was held a little over a week later on Tuesday, October 4th.
I wanted it to be a tribute to him, and I wanted it to be someplace where the kids felt comfortable coming and where everybody could just celebrate his life instead of crying over his death.
Friends, family, students, and teachers gathered to share their memories of Mr. Roten.
We can talk about his love of kids, and if you look around, you'll see a lot of kids here who responded to his love. He wasn't simply bribing you with candy. He was inviting you into a loving relationship. And we do feel the loss. We do feel the grief. But we also feel the celebration of knowing Tommy.
It was absolutely beautiful and extremely emotional. Being able to be there and seeing so many people that loved him and cherished him, it meant a lot. And I know that we did celebrate his life as he wanted us to, together as a family.
Mr. Roten had an impact on the lives of many individuals.
Mr. Roten was the guy in the hallway that I always saw. He was the one dude that whenever I walked in having a bad day, I could look at him and he'd be smiling. I mean, that smile just like made my day every day. And that's the one thing that kind of got me through most of my high school right now. I remember once I shook his hand and he gave me a candy cane. I was like, wait a minute, what's with the peppermint? And Dylan looks at me and goes, it's just this thing. And man, that's just what I needed.
He was a dear, sweet man. He was my best friend, and he was the love of my life.
This has been Sharon Song and Andrew Wilson reporting for MHS1.
Every couple of weeks, the students pile into the gym for pep rallies.
That's right. Kimberly McKnight, Andrew Van Ballen, and Leo Barrera give us a look at how pep rallies happen.
You know you enjoy those pep rallies, but do you know what makes pep rallies a reality?
We have practice every day from 2:30 until like 4:30, and sometimes we stay a little later, but we just run through the routine, and at first we learn it and then we put it to music. So being part of pep rallies is really fun because you kind of like control them, and you like, I don't know, you get everyone spirited for the game, and it's really fun to be part of that.
Pep rallies aren't all fun and games.
Stress level for me as the coach during pep rally week, it is pretty intense as far as, because we have to practice a lot, we have to go over it a lot. My expectations of the girls are very high during the pep rally week and during the pep rally, so my stress level is pretty high. We usually run through the routine several times every day. We practice usually about 2 hours a day, every day, after school from 2:30 to 4:30, Monday through Thursday. If we have a pep rally on a Friday, we practice during the class period, and we run it over and over and over and over again, section by section, and then we split it up, and then we do, all sorts of routine, cleaning up the routine and make sure that everything is well placed. I believe that we're on the very, very good track of being an excellent team.
Next week is the Distinguished Lions Pep Rally. This has been Kimberly McKnight and Andrea Van Ballen reporting for MHS1.
Inspiring spaces at McKinney High School. Join us in the fight against North.
Now here's Devin McGuire with sports.
Thanks, guys. The varsity football team took on the Rockwall Yellow Jackets at last week's homecoming. The Lions put up a good fight, but came up short with a score of 22-31. Tonight, the Lions will take on the McKinney North Bulldogs at Crosstown Showdown. Now here's Jared Ensley with an update on football.
Let's go 41. We're going to go tight. 41 tight.
After a tough loss at homecoming, the Lions football team is looking for a win tonight against McKinney North.
Usually we start off the game pretty well. We either get ahead or we're right there with them, and then by the end, it usually seems as though our whole team's just tired and they don't want to continue. But I know we can do it.
Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes, take it!
We've been practicing really hard every single day. We have a couple things to keep North on their edge. Not the same thing we've been doing every single game.
With an 0-6 record, the Lions had a lot to improve on for tonight's game.
We're going to obviously do what we do in practice, but the focus is on North and what North does. North is a really good football team. They run the football very well and have a good quarterback that throws it well, and we've got to find ways to stop that offense. I think we're just going to get better from here. 0-6 is not what we had planned and not what we want. But we feel like we've got some things going the right direction, and I know our football team is going to finish strong this year. We've got 4 games left, and we're going to try to win every one of them. But obviously it starts with this week and playing well against McKinney North.
This has been Jared Ensley reporting for MHS1.
Gets the ball when it's thrown to you. Simple fundamentals. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Simple fundamentals.
Thanks, Jared. The boys and girls cross country team will compete tomorrow in Louisville. This will be their last race before heading to districts. That's all for sports. Now back to you.
Thanks, Devin. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Support the Lionettes volleyball team by buying a Dig Pink shirt from them today at lunch. They take on North tonight at 6:30.
Now here's Haley Mercer, Hannah Fisher, and Ben Tatum with another teacher home invasion.
MHS1, wow. That's quite a surprise. I guess you're welcome to just come on in.
We've lived here in this house for about 6.5 years. It's the only house we've ever lived in. The whole time we've been married, we moved right into this house. But we were looking to move. We put the house on the market last year without any success, so for now we're going to stay in Anna.
Can you scare Ben?
We spend a lot of time on the nights that I get to come home and spend time with Mekele. We read a lot of books. We go outside and, of course, play a lot of soccer. When we're outside, we play with the water. He likes to get up and walk around on the wall, and then he likes to just go on long walks. So we go kind of all around throughout the neighborhood. What do you do for fun? Wait, first, what do you like to do? Room? What do you play in your room? Can you tell me your favorite things to do?
Say this is where, what do we do here?
The house just now, finally, after 6.5 years, is starting to feel a little bit more like a home. We've had a lot of custom work done on the inside with adding shelves and built-in entertainment centers, and it's taken a long time, and it's still definitely a work in process, but it's been a lot of fun over the years.
Okay, all of McKinney High School, if you just want to head this way, we'll show you out back. It's actually our favorite part of the house. It took us a couple years to complete. We did a lot of this stuff with my brothers and I, getting everything together, but this is it. We like to spend a lot of time outside. It's a covered patio. That's, again, an area that's full of toddler toys like the rest of our house, and it's where we get a chance to spend a lot of time outside and let Mekele play with his toys and kind of hang out under the covered patio. All right, we're going to go in and have dinner, so it's been fun, but now you guys have to go.
This has been Ben Tatum, Hannah Fisher, and Haley Mercer reporting for MHS1.
If you're in the mood for fish this weekend, the cheerleaders are holding a fundraiser at Rockfish tomorrow. I know I'll be there.
Finally, if you've ever wondered how administrators keep up with all those dress code violations, MHS1 brings you the science of Mr. Franks.
Mr. Franks may be well known for his job as an assistant principal, but his ability to spot students violating dress code sets him apart from the rest. Standing at 5 feet 9 inches and weighing around 190 pounds, Mr. Franks' appearance might be deceiving. So our MHS1 school science team put Mr. Franks' senses to the test, starting with his eyesight. In order to perform this, a test student was placed with shorts less than fingertip length at one end of the hallway. Mr. Franks was standing approximately 650 feet away, but yet he was still able to spot the dress code violation. But how? Mr. Franks' eye has a flattened lens with a large retina allowing a larger image to be projected. By having this, Mr. Franks' eyesight most closely resembles that of an American bald eagle, allowing him to spot dress code violations further away. Apart from just his eyesight, Mr. Franks can also use his sense of smell. In order to put Mr. Franks' nose to the test, we placed the same dress code violator behind a set of lockers. Without being able to use his superior eyesight, Mr. Franks was still able to find the violator in a stunning time of 11.11 seconds. The reason for this is shorts less than fingertip length emit a special type of nylon particles that Mr. Franks' super nose can pick up, allowing him to find dress code violators. So that's what makes Mr. Franks such a dominant dress code enforcer. For MHS1 School Science, I'm Alex Kinsinger.
Well, that's all we have for you today. For more news, visit www.mainstreamnews.com.
And remember, if it's new
And it's at McKinney High School, it's MHS1.